This is part 3, episode 97. Wang Lin's expression was ugly as he silently stared at her. Shuligua's eyes were locked onto the woman as he left the sword and flew toward her. He muttered, "Little sister fairy, don't be scared. Your big brother Shu is coming." The woman let out a smile. Her eyes revealed a mysterious light as she raised her delicate hand and pointed at Shuligua's forehead. The moment her finger landed, Shuligua revealed a sneer and his body disappeared. Replacing him was a ray of sword energy. "Slut, your grandfather, Shu, has already suffered once. How could I repeat the same mistake?" The smile on the woman's face widened and then she gently blew at the sword energy. The sword energy suddenly shattered when it was hit by her breath. This scene scared Shuligua so much that he immediately returned to Wang Lin and went back inside the celestial sword. Wang Lin asked, with a heavy tone, "Who are you?" The woman looked at Wang Lin and slowly said, "Among the cultivators, I was called my Ji, and in the Forsaken Immortal clan, I'm the third ancestor." Wang Lin's eyes lit up and he slowly said, "So it is Lord Third Ancestor. Junior was rude to rush in here, and will take his leave." With that, he began to back away. Ripples appeared in the woman's eyes and she said, "Don't go calling me Lord Third Ancestor. I like it better when people call me my G. You can leave today, but only if you are obedient." The woman pointed at the air and the tunnel leading to the 10th layer immediately sealed up. Wang Lin frowned. He coldly stared at the woman and asked, "What does senior mean?" The woman placed a finger near her mouth. Her eyes were filled with an alluring charm as she smiled. "What other meaning could I have? I just want you to experience the beauty of life. I can smell a very clean aura coming from your body. I believe that you still haven't tasted a woman yet. Lucky me." Wang Lin's eyes became even colder, and he calmly said, "For you to be here means you are gravely injured. Lord Third Ancestor, do you recognize this item?" With that, he slapped his bag of holding and the 1 billion soul flag appeared. The soul fragments flew out along with their ghostly wails. These ghostly wails directly affected one's soul. The woman's eyes lit up. She stared at the soul flag and said, word for word, 1 billion soul flag. Wang Lin's left hand pointed at the celestial sword and it began to glow. Then he swung the sword and slashed at the ground. With a boom, a deep trench appeared on the ground. Wang Lin looked at the woman and said, "I only used 10% of my celestial spiritual energy in that attack. So it's a celestial treasure." The woman's eyes became cold. "Do you think you can kill me with those 2 treasures? If you were at full power, I would have no confidence, but I'm sure that you are heavily injured. Senior, don't force me, it won't be good for either one of us. As for today's matter, I'll leave this immortal graveyard and you can continue to heal." He had no confidence against this woman. After all, she was an existence similar to an ascendant cultivator. Even if she was injured, she would still have some methods to use. She was unlike those 8-leaf shamans that Wang Lin could easily kill with the help of the ascendant soul. The woman faintly smiled. She looked at Wang Lin like he was her lover, and let out an alluring laugh. "I'm not being hard on you. I only want to experience spring with you. Why keep me outside the door? Besides, the immortal graveyard has 19 layers in total. Once you get past Big Sister here, you can find the secret of my Forsaken Immortal clan's tattoo power. More importantly, it is guarded by the soul fragment of my Forsaken Immortal clan's first ancestor. You have the 1 billion soul flag. Don't you want to go collect the first ancestor's soul fragment?" Wang Lin stared at her. His voice was cold as he said, "I'll give you 3 breaths of time. Whether I leave or fight depends on you." The woman let out a sigh and pointed at the air. The tunnel that had disappeared reappeared. "Since you don't want to get comfortable with me, I can only let you leave, but you must leave behind that domain soul fragment." Wang Lin backed up and calmly said, "Once I leave the immortal graveyard, I'll release it. With your power, it shouldn't be hard to capture it." With that, Wang Lin moved like lightning toward the tunnel. The woman's eyes became cold. She sneered and thought, "I want to see how you walk into the trap." However, her smile suddenly froze. She saw Wang Lin suddenly stop outside the tunnel. His hand moved and then celestial spiritual energy surrounded him. Then formation appeared under his feet, and he disappeared. When he reappeared, he was inside the formation he had placed in the 10th layer. After he reappeared, he didn't pause and continued to escape. What a cautious little cultivator. He's really making me like him a lot. If I suck him dry, it should allow my tattoo power to recover a bit. The woman licked her lips and revealed a devious light in her eyes. If he had acted there, it would have been difficult. If he had destroyed this place, I would have had to steal my heart and kill him. That would have been a waste. Now that he has left this place, I'm free to use my power to capture him and enjoy myself. No one big sister fancies can get away. She pointed at the scroll above her and said, "Capture him and bring him back here." With that, the scroll closed and disappeared. A soul transformation brat that hasn't tasted a woman yet, the woman touched her lips. Her eyes revealed a devilish gaze and she whispered, "Quickly come back, little guy. Big sister can't wait anymore." Wang Lin flew very quickly, with his divine sense spread out. He didn't believe that she would just let him leave, so he moved as quickly as he could and soon arrived at the 2nd layer. He saw the tunnel to the 1st layer, and was about to teleport, when his expression suddenly changed and he swung the celestial sword backwards. There was a scratching sound as the sword energy hit something in the air behind him. The scroll that was above the woman's head revealed its illusionary figure in the air. Wang Lin's expression was gloomy as he turned around to look at the scroll. A demonic black gas was flowing out of the scroll. The scroll slowly opened up, revealing the 10 golden purple dots that formed a circle. These dots released a mysterious power and then suddenly turned. A snake tattoo materialized from the 10 points of light and flew out. It suddenly turned into a fierce 1,000-foot-long dragon. The aura coming from this dragon was on the same level as a desolate beast. The moment it appeared, it let out a sudden roar and charged toward Wang Lin. The snake tattoo that appeared earlier was flashing on the dragon's forehead. Wang Lin swung the celestial sword. The sword energy went right through the dragon, as if it wasn't real. Could it be that celestial spiritual energy is useless against it? Wang Lin was shocked. A fishy smell drifted over as the dragon charged at him. Wang Lin's hand quickly formed a seal to create a restriction. This restriction, which contained celestial spiritual energy, quickly landed on the dragon's head. Boom! With a loud bang, the dragon backed off in pain. The restriction covered the dragon's mouth like a big net, so it could longer open its mouth. The dragon growled as it charged toward Wang Lin like lightning. Wang Lin's eyes lit up, and he moved the celestial sword to block in front of him. The dragon smashed into the celestial sword, and Wang Lin used this force to reach the tunnel to the 1st layer. Then he disappeared without a trace. At this moment, the 10 dots on the scroll spun once more and a tiger tattoo appeared. It turned into a giant, 1,000-foot-long black tiger. The moment it appeared, it waved its paw and destroyed the restriction on the dragon's mouth. The dragon and tiger quickly chased after Wang Lin into the 1st layer. Behind them, the scroll released a demonic light and slowly followed. Just as Wang Lin arrived at the 1st layer, the dragon and tiger caught up. To try to trap me with a mere treasure, you have underestimated me. Wang Lin's eyes became cold. He slapped his bag of holding and an item appeared in his hand. This item was the scroll that he couldn't control even now. Seeing the same scroll as this one, Wang Lin decided to follow his gut and try this scroll out. The moment this scroll appeared, the dragon and tiger paused and didn't dare to come closer. They stopped 1,000 feet away and began to roar. Their eyes were filled with suspicion. Wang Lin's eyes lit up as he held up the scroll and opened it. His scroll was completely black and only had one golden purple dot. The moment the scroll opened up, the dragon and tiger stopped roaring. They started staring at the scroll with a mysterious light in their eyes. At this moment, the scroll with the 10 golden purple dots caught up. This scene was somewhat strange. The identical scrolls were thousands of feet apart, with a dragon and tiger between them. They looked at the two scrolls and their eyes were filled with confusion. At the 11th layer, the third ancestor's expression changed greatly. The tattoo beast Atlas. Why does this person have my forsaken immortal clan's treasure? Could it be one that an ancestor left it outside? The woman's eyes lit up and she whispered, "Return." The moment she said that word, the scroll with the 10 dots trembled. The dragon and tiger turned into 2 rays of light and flew toward the scroll. Just at this moment, the only dot in Wang Lin's scroll flashed and appeared in the shape of a woman. One couldn't see the exact features of this woman, only her silhouette. The woman raised her hand and called to the dragon and tiger tattoos. The 2 tattoos immediately trembled and then, without any hesitation, they flew to the woman. The 2 tattoos circled the woman as if they were very happy. Shortly after, the woman slowly returned to the scroll and following her were the 2 tattoos. The third ancestor in the 11th layer immediately coughed out blood. This was an injury caused by her tattoo beasts being stolen. Her face was filled with shock. Which ancestor is this? She was willing to seal herself into the tattoo beast Atlas to become a tattoo beast herself. The third ancestor took a deep breath. Then she pointed at her forehead and a 9-leaf plant appeared. Tattoo beast Altars, return. The scroll in the first layer quickly closed after the third ancestor called it and disappeared. Wang Lin's eyes lit up. Without a word, he grabbed his scroll. He didn't have time to check it as he flew toward the exit. At the giant hole leading out of the immortal graveyard, Wang Lin surrounded himself with soul fragments once more to get through the tree. It was now night outside and completely dark. The moment he came out, he disappeared once more without a trace. Wang Lin didn't return the domain soul fragment to the third ancestor. Ever since this domain soul fragment had left the third ancestor, it was its own existence and was no longer under her control. Otherwise, there would have been no way for the giant demon clan ancestor to obtain it. If the third ancestor had any control, she probably would have taken it back when she saw Wang Lin. In addition, Wang Lin could tell from their talk that she didn't care too much about this domain soul fragment. It was as if it didn't matter whether she had it or not. However, to Wang Lin, this domain soul fragment had great use. It was his ace to deal with a certain person. Zhu Qzi was currently cultivating in the back mountain of Mount Suzaku. There was a red crystal floating before him. This crystal was shaped like a heart. It was the cultivation planet heart, which was used to control the cultivation planet crystal. Shortly after, Zhu Qzi opened his eyes. There was a trace of madness in his eyes. This kind of gaze didn't appear on him often. Yun Qzi, I don't hate the Forsaken Immortal Clan, but my hatred for you is too great. You traitor, ha ha, what a good betrayal. Although I was injured when you sneak attacked me, I was excited. Qian Pinghai, if you still have a soul, take a good look, this is the person you chose. Yun Qzi, you and I grew up together and have similar talent, yet why did the previous Suzaku, Qian Pinghai, always look favorably upon you? He always had praise for you, yet to me, he was always full of abuse. He always looked at me with a cold gaze. It felt like he would have killed me if I made a single mistake. When he gave me the mysterious Suzaku formation, I was very excited and felt very grateful to him. I even forgot all the unhappiness in the past and only had one thought in my mind: give my life to planet Suzaku, and become a good Suzaku. However, I never thought that Qian Pinghai was that vicious. The mysterious Suzaku formation is a double-edged sword. Every time it is used, the origin soul suffers great damage. If it is used too much, the origin soul will never be able to recover. Even now that he's dead, I still don't understand why he did all of this. If it wasn't for the fact that I had secretly planned for many years, and finally got the cultivation planet crystal from the last Suzaku, when he died, I'm afraid that this generation's Suzaku wouldn't have been me. Qian Pinghai, you were blind to appoint Yun Qzi as the next Suzaku. If I had followed your order and given Yun Qzi the cultivation planet crystal, the planet would have been taken by the Forsaken Immortal Clan. Qing Pinghai, you old fart. I didn't bury your body in the Suzaku grave, but sold it to the corpse sect. That was the only way to soothe my hatred for you. Qian Pinghai, the truth proves that I'm the most suited person to be the next Suzaku. You were wrong back then, So wrong. This old man searched through the entire planet, and finally found Qian Feng among your descendants. This person has the same spirit root as you, and he looks similar to you as well. Every time I see him, my hatred for you increases a bit. This old man is going to raise him and give him the mysterious Suzaku formation. Every time I see him use it, my heart will be filled with joy. This is the only way for me to repay you for what you have done to me. Yun Qzi, you know about the existence of the cultivation planet crystal. You gave me 3 months to consider if it is worth it to destroy everything to get help from the Cultivation Alliance. Although the cultivation planet crystal was sealed by the second Suzaku, which made it so that the future Suzakus won't be able to control it, as long as the cultivation planet heart breaks, it can still cause the cultivation planet crystal to break as well. However, the price is too big because even I have a piece of my soul inside. Once the cultivation planet crystal breaks, then even I will die. The Cultivation Alliance won't casually get involved in matters with every cultivation planet, but that is only under the premise that the cultivation planet crystal doesn't break. The Cultivation Alliance is almost crazy about keeping the cultivation planet crystals intact. This matter is filled with mysteries and none of the previous Suzakus could figure out why. However, one thing is for sure, once the cultivation planet crystal shatters, the Cultivation Alliance will immediately send people to investigate. At that moment, your tiny Forsaken Immortal clan will die for sure. You gave me 3 months of time to let me carefully consider this, because you didn't want to push me too far. Yun Qzi, this old man is going to play a game with you. If you can get this cultivation planet crystal before my life ends, then I have no problem giving it to you. But once you lose, this old man will have to go crazy and destroy the cultivation planet crystal to drag your Forsaken Immortal clan down with me. This old man can't be the first Suzaku, but I can still be the last Suzaku. Don't give me the chance. The madness in Zhu Qzi's eyes deepened and he began to laugh like crazy. To the west of the Suzaku continent was a plain. This plain was covered in thousands of simple huts. There were cultivators cultivating inside and outside the huts. Most of these cultivators were disciples of sects from rank 5 cultivation countries. This place was the Western defense line. The 3 months of truce was a good time for them to recover. However, it didn't mean that they had dropped their guard. There was still a large number of cultivators out patrolling. The area 5,000 kilometers away from them was covered by a black cloud. That was where the Forsaken Immortal clan's Western Assault Army was located. In the center of the cultivators' camp there was a very lavish hut. Qian Feng sat inside it with Red Butterfly behind him. There was confusion in her eyes along with a very well-hidden sense of struggle. Qian Feng's eyes were like lightning as he stared at the black cloud in the distance. His expression was very gloomy. What is that old man thinking? Things are getting too dangerous. We might as well give up on planet Suzaku, and go far away, then come back, when we have the power to win. If this stalemate continues for too long, people's hearts will break. His eyes lit up, he let out a cold snort, and muttered to himself, I wonder where that Seng Nyo is. He dared to injure me. If I meet him, I will definitely devour his domain. Although the 1 billion soul flag is powerful, the old man gave me a treasure. Seeing how bothered the old man was, this treasure must be very powerful. With this treasure, I have a certain amount of confidence in dealing with Seng Nyo's 1 billion soul flag. However, it is best not to use the treasure the old man gave me unless I have to. That old bag of bones hid his intentions well, but long ago I noticed that his attitude towards me is a bit strange. I will require junior apprentice sister's help to devour Seng Nyo's domain. I'll have to carefully plan this out. After I devour this person's domain and capture junior apprentice sister, I'll leave this planet. The universe is large and I can do wherever I want. Before, I cared about the title of Suzaku, but now that the planet is a mess, that title is useless to me. However, before I leave, I have to kill that slut, Zixin. 1 month later, a figure appeared near the corpse sect in Zhao. This person was a young man wearing a white robe. His face gave off an ancient aura. He was Wang Lin. After leaving the Immortal Graveyard, Wang Lin didn't rest and used the transfer array in Chu to enter the foreign battleground. He wanted to use the wandering souls there to repair the 1 billion soul flag. Unfortunately, although he had found wandering souls, they couldn't be used to repair the 1 billion soul flag. The moment a wandering soul entered the soul flag, it would go crazy. It would either devour soul fragments to make itself stronger, or be attacked by multiple soul fragments and be destroyed. The two were natural enemies, so, like fire and water, they couldn't be mixed. As a result, using the wandering souls to repair the 1 billion soul flag was a failure. As for soul devourers, Wang Lin caught one to test, but the result was the same, so he gave up on this method and left the foreign battleground. The last thing Wang Lin needed to do was get to the giant body under the corpse sect in Zhao. This body belonged to the giant demon clan ancestor that brought the giant demon clan to planet Suzaku. Wang Lin had a giant axe in his bag of holding. This axe belonged to this founding ancestor. Wang Lin came to extract a large amount of blood from this giant demon clan ancestor, so his original body could use the blood to use the ancient gods' techniques. This was part of his preparations for leaving this place. Wang Lin had no interest in getting involved with the mess on planet Suzaku. He only wanted to get the cultivation planet crystal to retrieve that piece of his soul. Then he will go to planet Tian Yun to find the All-Seer and become his disciple. He will then cultivate to the ascendant stage under a new sky. He will definitely come back to planet Suzaku in the future, but at that time, he won't be someone caught in someone else's plan. He will be like an emperor that the current Suzaku will have to look up to. And I'll definitely have a chance to see just what kind of powerful organization this cultivation alliance really is. Wang Lin took a deep breath. As he looked into the sky, his urge to leave increased. However, before leaving, although I have no way of dealing with Zhu Qzi, I have to test his two disciples, Liu Mai and Qian Feng. This video will end here.